I'm Dr. Bao, practicing endocrinologist. Freestyle Libre is one of my favorite. It increased quality of life of my patients, and my patients can take care of their diabetes much easier, and they all enjoy using it. Here, I'm going to review the mistakes so you can use it more correctly and enjoy it more. Mistake number one. People tend to think that sensor and applicators, they are all the same. I have one patient, he put all the sensors and applicators together. It actually has different code. So he actually wasted all the sensors. That's why I put mistake number one. Use the sensor and the applicators with mismatch code. Take a look on the sensor and the applicator. They have code. You need to use the matched code. You need to examine it. And mistake number two, the sensor is still relatively expensive. I have patients, they try to save the money. They put it there and wait a long time to use it. However, it will expire. And if you use the expired sensor, your reading tends to be lower than it should be. Look at it here. There's May the 31st, 2019 is the expiration date. You need to use it before it expires. Mistake number three, apply the sensor before the alcohol is dried. I have people come back and say, oh, it falls. And turn out they put it back to their arm too soon after they wipe with the alcohol. They did not wait until the alcohol dry. You should let it air dry. Next mistake, mistake four. People apply the sensor before the hair is shaved, cleaned, and dried. If you don't shave, and it will have a lot of pain actually also, and it will not stick well. Next mistake, mistake five, apply the sensor before the skin is cooled after shower or a bath. People tend to put on the sensor after a shower or a bath. However, do not wait the skin to be cooled, and it also tend to fall down easily. Next mistake, mistake six, people apply the sensor and even they know they're going to have X-ray, CT, or MRI. As you know, you will have to remove the sensor. Then you waste a sensor. Now the sensor lasts for 14 days. If you only use for 2 days, that's a waste to most people. And mistake number seven, I have patients use the sensor with taking high dose of aspirin. If you're taking high dose of aspirin, you should not use the sensor because the reading is not accurate. Mistake number eight, use the sensor if you're taking high dose vitamin C. You should not use the sensor because high dose vitamin C also affected the accurate reading. I have patient come to complaining that the sliding scale is not working, now that's mistake number 10. Only consider the reading, but not the trend error in deciding the treatment. As you know, Freestyle Libre actually measures the sugar in the interstitial fluid. It's not the capillary like a glucometer. So the reading actually always delayed. So when you decide the treatment, you need to actually take into the trend error into consideration. You need to discuss with your doctor carefully. Mistake number 11, use the sensor in critical patient. You should not do that because critical patient has the circulation issues and might affect the circulation, and you should not use the sensor in critical patient. Mistake number 12, use the sensor in children. Although I do not know the exact reason, one of the reasons I can think of, child might take it off and become a choking hazard. Mistake 13, use the sensor in pregnant women. Again, I do not know the exact reason. However, one of the reasons I think probably they have not tested in pregnant women. Mistake number 14, use the sensor when you dehydrate or in ketoacidosis. This is the same thing as you use in critical patients. You should not use that because I have people on the sensor and then admitted to ICU and still tend to use the reading. The family member or yourself should let the treating doctor know these number. You should not use the sensor number to treat you. Now, mistake number 15, because it's so expensive, I have patients try to put it back on after it falls. You should not try that. Mistake number 16, I have patients thought Freestyle Libre was a real-time CGM. It is not. It will not give you the alarm if the sugar is too high or too low. If you need a CGM which can give you the alarm, you should not use this. However, in the future, I think the company is working on it. Please subscribe to our channel. We will update and put out videos which are important to my patients from now on. So subscribe and you will know. Diabetes is very complicated, and diabetes is a patient's disease. You have to take care of yourself every day, every moment. I'm Dr. Bao. I have been doing diabetes research and patient care for 30 years. Today, I condensed my 30 years experience into these question and answer book to help you taking care of your diabetes. Here is my personal statement. I believe work hard on myself and be easy on my patients. I want to empower my patients by knowledge. I want to help my patients one at a time. This book before was only available to my own patients. Now it's available on Amazon.com. In this book, I will show you practical ways to revert your diabetes. However, if you still need medications, I will show you the adverse effects of medications and how to mitigate the side effects and when you should hold or stop your medication. I make this book more condensed into these fundamentals of diabetes question and answers. Now it's also available on Amazon.com. In this book, you will have most basic and most important information about managing diabetes. It's very condensed. It condensed hundreds of questions and answers into this one useful book. Now, insulin has become the mainstream treatment for both type 1 diabetes and type 2 diabetes. Lots of patients are using insulin without really understand the insulin. Insulin is one of the greatest scientific discovery, but using it not a science, it is an art. As every patient who are using insulin know, it is really difficult and lots of patients are confused. When should you use it, how much should you use it, and when you should stop it. And I also have patients who are misuse the insulin. As we discussed, insulin actually is one of the most dangerous diabetes medication. Misuse insulin is really dangerous. It can cause your sugar to fluctuate, to go up or down, and also can cause severe low sugars. People die from it. Significant weight gain is also very common. If you are using insulin, you really should read my book all about insulin. In this, and I also organized into questions and answers. It's very practical on all sorts of life situations before. Again, it's also available on Amazon.com now. If you wanted to check out all my patient education books, please go to Amazon.com. In the search bar, type in my name, Shengzhong Shangbao. Please also subscribe to our new channel. Thank you.